village. My childhood. Excuse me?
You could probably just apply RPG to like anything. To like a fighting game, to a puzzle game. Puzzle Quest was a revelation when that came out.
I guess so.
So like you just say, like you just, before this, I was like, oh yeah, Rose of the Realm, let me think. So I like went to my phone to like look at a video, and you were like, RPG makes pinball. And I saw 2 seconds of gameplay, and I was like, done, sold, let's do it. Characters added to a game that is already fun.
Yeah, it's more than just the characters. I love this game. It was the kind of thing where I started playing it on Monday, and I played for like 2 hours here, and then I was like, I need to stop this because I have work I need to do. I need to come back to this, but I could have just kept going all day. It is so much fun. If you like pinball and you like RPGs, boy, is this the game for you.
So complex controls, obviously. Really, really, really complex controls. Multiple buttons that you have to account for.
Not necessarily. It has your traditional pinball controls. They suggest that you play it with a controller.
Oh, okay.
And because it is available on PS4, Vita, and Steam. So even if you're playing on Steam, suggested controller.
I was trying to make a bad joke. There's 2 buttons, right?
No, because then, so you have your traditional, you're controlling your bumpers, or not bumpers, but flappers, I guess, or flaps in pinball. But then also, like, you're switching between party members. You want to use the joysticks to accelerate. You can kind of accelerate the ball a little bit. I feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves, though, and I should rewind. I always do this in these, Brandon. But so essentially,
the conversation just flows where we want it to flow. At least.
I know.
You just roll with it.
Like
you know what I mean?
Damn it!
This isn't you're not getting a report card here.
You made a roll with it pun, and I was gonna try to.
It's true. I didn't even realize I was doing it.
Damn. We need to start over.
Let's just roll right along.
But yeah, it's RPG pinball.
Right.
It's base level Rollers of the Realm, and you play as this rogue that you're trying to bring balance to the kingdom. So it's like a traditional fantasy world, and as you play through these levels, which are pinball tables, they resemble cities, sewers, castles, forests, and the really cool thing I loved is they're not just unique pinball tables. They like meld into each other. So you'll be on one table that's a part of a town, and then as you complete that table, you'll progress to, you'll just kind of seamlessly move onto the next table. You'll roll into it, and like an RPG, you pick up characters like you would have in your party, and they have different skill sets.
So your characters affect, I'm assuming, the abilities that you have while you're playing.
Yeah.
Can you see your character while you are that character, or just like a portrait or something that's
there's like a portrait in the bottom right hand corner, and each pinball has its own distinct color and kind of texturization or appearance, and each character has skills that of course then carry over to the pinball table. So your rogue, she doesn't have any distinct skill other than she has a dog companion, so you can have 2 balls on the table.
Oh, okay.
But the knight, he's a little bit more heavy because he wears armor, but then he's your heavy attack, and so he can create more damage, or he causes more damage to opponents. Which you do. You face bosses, and you face different enemies. You collect gold, which you can then use in like a port market. I loved it. I thought it was...
Do they talk about pinball in this world? Is it kind of like we're observing this role-playing world, this fantasy world, through like the lens of pinball? Or like, did they...
They don't really address it. Is that what you mean?
There's no ball jokes or anything anywhere?
No, not really.
They don't ever like...
It's not a tongue-in-cheek...
It's time to roll on to the next quest. Like, it's literally just totally divided. It's like, this could be an RPG by itself, but you just happen to be playing it. It is
sort
mechanics.
of like that. It's not really tongue-in-cheek. I think rolling was kind of mentioned once, where at the beginning there was this VO from the main character, and she said, "As I roll my way through the realm to establish peace," or something like that.
And that will be my last pun for the whole game.
Yeah, but it's not really the focal point. It's not that tongue-in-cheek, and it's just fun. I feel like this game, I mentioned this to someone else, but this feels like 5 years ago when you'd be on Xbox Live Arcade and you'd find like a Limbo or a Trials or a game like that, and you're like, or Bastion, and you're like, this is amazing. Like, I can't believe I paid $14 for this game, and that's how this game, it harkens back to that golden age of Xbox
it's not
Live
like,
Arcade.
I can't believe I paid $14 for this
Yeah.
game. It's, I can't believe I paid $14 for this game. When you move on to something else, when you finish a table and you move on to the next table, are you more excited for how the environment is going to look next and how they're going to turn that into a pinball table, the new characters that you're going to get and their abilities, or are you like into the story actually, and like do you kind of want to see this rogue win the day?
The story is probably lowest tier. Well, I do like picking up party members. That's exciting, but approaching a new table is so much fun because there's always a new way you have to approach it. There are little puzzles in it, especially almost every table has a key that you need to get to, and then a treasure chest you need to get to unlock. And figuring out how you're going to do that is so much fun.
Is it hard? Did you ever get stuck on a table?
It's getting progressively harder. Okay. Yeah, as I'm playing through it, and I did get stuck on one.
How are your pinball skills?
I used to play a lot of Windows pinball.
Really?
I forget what's the space table on Windows called. Do you remember?
No.
Oh.
Didn't have as much experience with Windows as some of my colleagues.
Do you know, Ian, what the classic? It's like a space one, right? Well, I used to play that a lot, and I like the Star Wars pinball tables, but
I like the Indiana Jones pinball table. I like that you pull the gun, little revolver.
Oh, is that how it is?
The ball go out. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm terrible at pinball.
I enjoy it, but
are you better at real pinball or virtual pinball?
Virtual pinball.
Definitely. Okay.
Hands down. Yeah, but
Pinball Space Cadet.
Pinball Space Cadet. That's it. I used to play a lot of Pinball Space Cadet.
Is there a pinball wizard in this RPG? Is there a wizard they call the pinball wizard?
That would be the ultimate tongue-in-cheek pun this game could pull.
That or a blind, deaf, and dumb character.
Yeah.
That's just like amazing. That's like the last character that you can unlock,
Yeah.
the secret unlockable character.
Man, if there isn't a pinball wizard, they don't know what they're doing.
Is this game in its final state? The game is out? It's done? This isn't early access or anything?
Nope.
It's just you can go get it?
It's out, and you can get it on PS4, Vita, and Steam right now.
And it's something you recommend people do?
I love it.
Not necessarily it's like, well, it's just for pinball fans, or well, if you just like RPG trappings.
I think it's one of those. I think you can easily get caught up in it and mesmerized, and then it's that feeling where you finish one stage and you're like, I better just check and see what the next one looks like. I better just take a look.
And then you just get sucked up.
Yeah. It's
Keep
great.
on rolling.
Keep on. Oh, jeez.
It's inevitable. Thank you for checking it out. You gonna finish it?
Yeah, I'm intending to.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself getting totally disappointed at the end? Like, just the ending's like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting that.
I think I might get stuck at some point and not be able to get to the end.
But you're going to fight through it, right?
I'm going to carry on, gather my party.
I appreciate it, at least. Thanks.
Thanks, Brendan.
You are not as clever as you think. Men, kill the girl.
You're coming with us.
Call it off!
Show some respect.
Come on, let's get to it.